Hi 8th graders, it's Mrs. Arietta for the Day 4 video on what to do for your English packet. So let's look at this list. Independent reading and completing the reading log. I think you know what to do at this point. Write a paragraph. Summarize. Doesn't really matter. Just write a paragraph about what you read. And then it says rough draft. Draft your argumentative essay. I just made a video covering how to do a rough draft, how to get your essay out there, what you need for each paragraph. If you have not seen that video, you should go back and look at the Day 3 video, because for this one, I've got nothing for you except the revision strategy radar. So as you start getting into the final draft of this essay, you need to start thinking about revision. Before submitting a writing assignment, you should use the radar strategy to focus the revision of your draft. Radar is an effective tool for improving a draft to create a much stronger piece of writing, and therefore will help to improve the grade you earn for the assignment. Radar stands for replace, add, delete, and reorder. I have a chart on this slide. It explains the specific ways that you can strengthen a composition by replacing, adding, deleting, or reordering the text. So replace means that you should look for words that are not specific, like stuff and things. You should pinpoint words that are overused. Maybe you keep saying the word artist over and over again. Try to find another word that you could fill in that means somebody who is artistic and does what Banksy does. Look for sentences that are unclear. So this is where having a family member or a friend read your essay can be really helpful. If someone points out a sentence and says, I don't understand this, your point isn't clearly being conveyed, that's a sign that you should replace that sentence with something a little bit more clear. A thesaurus can be really helpful for the replace step in radar. The next step is to add. So wherever a paragraph feels short or like it's not fully explaining something, you should add new details. You should add descriptive adjectives and adverbs. Try to add rhetorical devices. So we just finished our huge project on advertising. Ethos, pathos, and logos are all valuable tools that you could use in your argumentative essay to convey your point. You want to convince someone that Banksy is either an artist or a criminal. So you should use an appeal to trustworthiness and reason and emotion to get people to see your side. The last thing you can add is literary devices. That's all the figurative language, similes, metaphors, personification. You can use those in non-narrative academic writing. In fact, I love using figurative language in all of my writing, not just in stories. So you should look and see what you can do to add some figurative language to your essay. Next is delete. If you have two sentences or two parts of a sentence or two ideas that are the same or repeating, you should get rid of them. If you have a paragraph or a sentence that kind of strays from the main point and it really doesn't feel like it's connected to anything else, delete it. That's unrelated and unnecessary. And sometimes as you're reading through it, you might find out you wrote the same word twice. It happens all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the word the twice right next to each other because we just kind of blur words together when we start writing. So check for those things as you're going through the delete step. The last one is reorder. And so when I give you outlines, when I give you a breakdown of what each paragraph should look like, those are really just recommendations. It's not a rule that you have to have every sentence in that order. Once you have all of the pieces that you need and you've narrowed down things you don't need, the last step is to take all of these pieces that you've written and make sure it flows logically. Maybe you need to swap two sentences and put the bridge before the quote. Or maybe you need to put the topic sentence after an example. All of those things are doable. Once you're sure that the pieces you have are strong, then you can start to put the puzzle together in a way that's more effective or more logical. And that's really all I have for you. Tomorrow we'll talk about writing a final draft by hand and the best way to do it. And with that, have a great rest of your Thursday and good luck. Bye.